Now, beginning with my last video when I was talking hands up and hands down, before we get to understand thumb in Mars, index finger in Jupiter, middle finger in Saturn, we must understand that the palms, and I'm not sure if I spoke it, palm up or palm down, where does it leave the thumb? From the right hand and the left hand, with two palms down. Okay, I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to count with you. I just want to see if I can get this right. We're going to do it this way. With two palms. Whoop. With two palms. If I do it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I put two palms towards you, and we want to go for a high five, our hands will actually meet on this angle, crossing this. We do not touch the thumbs. It's 1 for 1. This is the way we fly. Cannot fly this way. If the wings are the thumbs, we fly this way. We cross over. It's a better energy. There's better force. You ever see Superman going like this? You see Superman like this, almost crossing over his hands when he flies. That's number 1. Number 2, so now when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we count 1, 2, we count 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, giving everything 2 if we're counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the thumb is 5 and 6. And then this one is 7. So when this one is 7, this one is 4. Then we count this one in 8. If this one is 8, this middle one is 3. 8 and 3. So let's count again. Now, if half and half were back, knowing the palms up or palms backwards, you will integer where the palm is of Venus. Okay? So if you have left thumb, which is this one, this is my left thumb, and your right thumb, okay? If I have my left thumb, I would put my hand like this and my hand like this, because I would count left thumb and right thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6. Left, right. Now, okay, if I put my hand this way, okay, I go pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Left thumb to right thumb, 6. Left thumb to right thumb, 6. So we have over here, we start with left pinky 1. Where is left pinky 1? Here's left pinky 1. Okay, to right thumb 6. You'll automatically know if right thumb is 6, your hand is this way. If the left pinky is 1, your hand would be this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and then we're starting with 6. So both hands are away from you, not towards you. Do you follow what I'm saying? This is how we would equate this. At the same time, we have to understand, we're always equating 1, 4, and 7. 1, 4, and 7 plus 3, 6, 9 equal 4, 1, 7, or the 4, 17, the King's way, up into Toronto. When we have 1, 6, 4, 3, 7, 9 equals 7, 7, 7. We have to understand that when we put 9 in the place of 1, 4, or 7, it will retain its same number. If I put 0 in that place, it'll retain its same number. But since all zeros, and this is what is done in pi, since all zeros equal 6, if I put 0 instead of this 9, if I go 0, 0, 0, this will be 1, this will be 4, this will be 7. This will be 1, this will be 4, this will 0, 0, 0. But then it would say, actually, 6, 6, 6. So then this would end up to be 7. This would be 10. And this one over here would be 4. 6, 1, 4. It would come out to 6, 1, 4 Zion Israel if we replace 9, 6, 3 with 0, 0, 0. Or, in this situation over here, I need it to be 4, 1, 4, 7. I can do it over here. If I put 0, 0, 0, I get 1 here instead of 4. I get 4 here, so I'll always get 1, 4, 7 with all my numbers with zeros. But otherwise, I get the 9 on the 1, the 9 on the 4, and the 9 on the 7 right over here. In the 2, 5, 8 area, okay, 2 and 2, 5 and 5, 8 and 8 creates 4, 1 and 7. 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 8 and 8 creates 7. This over here is your Earth scenario. 2 and 2, 5 and 8, 8 and 5, area space scenario, and the reverse gets 10, 10, 10. Your 10, 10, 10, I hope my camera's on. Please tell me it's on. Your 10, 10, 10 is 1,000. It says the love of 666. It is the Lord. You see the way the 2 looks like an L? The Lord is the word emo. The emotion is the love of the word. When we have 7, 7, 7, 7 times 7 times 7, we'll create S and S, and the S and S is in the cube of 364 days. Remember that 1.25 added on to extend the rest of the year from the 13th moon. When we have 4 times 4 times 4, 64, the east-west rotation of alpha beta, albeit life, albeit break-in and entry, 52, albeit the IT system life inside the sun. Cycle of the moon and the gateway inside this one over here. And here's all your hands, your index finger, your Jupiter. So if we want to go, we're going to go next to something else. I want to explain to you a little bit more inside of this, and this is the weight of a carat. Remember, we have 24 karat gold. We have carat weight, carat weight. We have 1 CT, 20, and 323. The C is before T, it is 17. We have that between center value. It is less than 1, and it is to more than 1 by a percentage, leaving us the hand of God inside 5 and 1 area Mars. 5 and 1, 1 and 5 creates a 10-10 system. Then we have 3/4. 72 times 5, 360, the 1 spirit of the half-life. This is 1/4 of 1440 makes it 1/4 of the day. This makes it 1/4 of the day. This half shows us time on the cross of the red sun. 56 is between 47. Here is 10 distance. 10 gets 9, 4 gets 3, 9 gets 8. Inside of here, we only get 1. There's one area inside here. Excuse me, we get 2 areas inside of here. 2 areas inside here, 24, 25. Here it is 8. We do not want to touch any of these. And here it is 3, 73, 74, 75. And here it is 10 gets 9. So this is creation. You remember this one over here, 20 to 26 plays? Earth, the half-life, the 3/4 life DC, the 1 spirit, the complete life, 4 out of 4, area space inside the circle. Now let's go to the next one over here. Now we have, I don't want to use diamond head. Let me use diamond head. Hold on a second. How can I get the size of this a little bit higher? Okay. Whoop, shrunk again. I don't know why it won't get any higher, but I'm going to try and get this in here. 6.6 all the way to both ends. 6.2 to both ends. 5.8, 66%, 58%, 66.2%, 6.6. Just showing you what certain things do. Then you have the shape and where these diamonds can go. This diamond can go in the center of this one. This one can fit in the center of this one. They show points. So we'll have to understand where all these diamonds can actually fit inside our shapes. And here we have size of diamonds. And look how many they use here. 1, 2, 3. Look how they compare it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 equals 11. 0.25 equals 4. 0.35 electric company equals 4.5. Half system equals 5. 3/4 system man equals 6. 3/4 because he's 3/4 of that 8. When you have the perfect sun, you have 6 and 5 inside 4 and 7. And 1.5 in Mars gets you electric company. G&E. Running in the electronics of the moon. Now, this is the best one I like. This one I'm going to make a little bit bigger so you can see. Lavette, I know you have that. Okay, 1/4 diamond equals to 2.5. 1/2 diamond equals to 5. 3/4 equals 7.5. Remember 7.5 in the moon? You get EIEIO on the farm. See the 11 over here? That's 2 and 4, the bad cat. 7. Here's 7.4. Inside of Mars, because all these under is less than. All this is in the center, and then it is more than. 3.5 carats, 9.7 your birth, 10.4 your communication, creation, 9 times 4, creation at the gateway, 8 times 8 the split sky, 2.5 in between 2 skies, 8 and 8, 16. The 2 of them create the day. 8 and 8 is both half skies, half day, half night. This, the 2 parts, 2 carats, 2 moons of Mars, this is the split count. This is the split of the sky, 7 and 8 splits between 5 and 10. Remember? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's 8, 9, 1, 2, creating the other side. This one is the Earth, creates only half the sky. Area space, 1/3 of the sky. The IT system takes up only 1/4. This is the way I look at things. Is there anything other part of this? Well, that's a design somebody made from me. That one. That one. Let me see if I get the next one. Here's another design that was made from me. And here's the third design, Namast. Is there anything else? And that's who made it for me, Bev Art. Now, what I want to say is what we're going to do with the hands. If you want to play along with the game, I'm doing my best is to go get the 10 commandments now and fill in those 10 commandments by using your hands. Commandment number 1, when I'm using the thumb and I'm starting with this thumb, I get number 1. Now, either this thumb will be 6 or this thumb will be 10. 1 and 10 commandments. Now, what do we do with 1 and 10 commandment? Well, 10 can get 3 to create 4. But at the same time, every time I see 10, I'm almost obligated to say that's 7. Take 7. Anytime you see 10, it's 7. So take 7 minus 3, and then 7 plus 3, and you're going to get 7 minus 3 is 4, 10 plus 3 is 4. You're both going to get 4. It's area space, and then you're going to put the relationship with that commandment together. When you get the thumb as number 6, okay, then you're going to want to also take this thumb as number 1. This will get you 7. If you get this thumb as 6, okay, you're going to also want to get this thumb does not get the 4. The only thing you can do with 4 is you can get this finger to 4, right? If the thumb is 6, right? Okay, if the thumb is 6, okay, that means 4 comes off of this finger. So these two will come together in your commands, and then you'll have the right side and the left side of your commandments. And so instead of having 10 commandments, maybe we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking it between the left and the right side of the tablet that we're looking at, to the right and the left hand of which hands are pointed towards the tablets. And we'll mix and match those commandments to really understand towards the thumb in Mars, the index finger in Jupiter, the middle finger in Saturn, the ring finger in the Sun, and the little finger pinky that is in Mercury, to understand where exactly these commandments stand. But at the same time, I will make a video and come on to show you the commandments and how I can play with them with the scales of 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9, which is also relationship to 1, 2, 3, which needs the 1, 2, 3 in the 4 world gets 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3 in the 7 world gets 6, 5, 4. And 1, 2, 3 in the 10 world gets 9, 8, and 7. The 4 world, the 7 world, they all have the same relationship. This is all that I work with, because if it wasn't for this, you guys wouldn't be doing any science out there. We wouldn't have any projects. We wouldn't be able to make blueprints or coordinates. We wouldn't be able to call anybody unless we use this. But we revert everything into low shu. And when we revert it into low shu, okay, I'm going to show you what happens. Here is low shu. Okay, I turned the red one sideways, okay, compared to this is the calculator, but the calculator's upside down from the phone. Okay, so you have to start 1 where 7 is. 1, 2, 3 go where 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6 remain the same. Okay, so this is low shu connection. Now, if you want to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2, 2 and 4, 4. R 2, 2, and L 2, 2. So R is 18 equals to 9, so the right hand equals to 9, the left hand equals to 3. What is in between 6 man in the middle? We have the right, which we have the right bottom foot, or toes. So I don't know if we're going to use the terminology for 6 or 8, because toes is actually in the 8 family. It's 2 and 0. It's on your feet. So this is what the numerological values are. Now, if we're going to place the 10 commandments, we're going to have to go first with commandment number 4, according to low shu. And because it's in the diamond shape, okay, it shows that the center value is on the cross. So Jesus hung everything on the cross next to the 3 and 7 under the gun, right? Remember 375, 357? This is the halfway point of the gateway of creation, inside the heaven spirit of man. 249, 249, 2 gateways, Green Gables gateways. Number 4 over here says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. To keep the Sabbath day holy. Is this not holy enough for you? What creates? MMK. What are created? Hourglasses inside. Okay. Karo is a square. At the same time, that's kare. But karo, okay, is actually saying the diamond. And karo, I think it's C-A. I don't even know how to spell it, and I should look it up, but I'm not going to look it up now. So when we go to the commandments, okay, and I want to see the separation in commandments between the upper and the lower, I'm going to go commandment 4 and 8. So I'm going to say, remember the Sabbath to keep the holy day. And let's tune into the next video, because we all need a break now. Raphael, no, we can't do that. You're going to have to watch this video. You put it on break. I can't do that. That's not right by me. 4 and 8, what used to be 1 and 6 is now 4 and 8. As 1 and 6, it says, thou shalt have no other God before me. And 6 would say, thou shalt not commit adultery. Okay, so whatever you want to understand between adultery and commit another sin, that is up to you. Okay, now it changes into 4 and 8. 4 and 8 actually says, 1, 2, 3, thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy. 5, 6, 7, 8, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal on the Sabbath day. Between 9 and 1, the separation, okay? On the 9th, they say, thou shalt not covet. And on the 1, they shall, I am the Lord, the only God, so don't steal from me. 3 is in the center of this one, and 5, that is electric company. 3 says, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. And 5 says, honor thy father and thy mother. So to understand, when you honor the father and thy mother, inside of 1, I am your Lord, and 9, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, nor thy neighbor's wife, or anything of thy neighbor. Now, for some reason, I don't like these commandments in the main article, so we're going to stick to another set of 10 commandments. I'm going to see if there's any other sets. Hold on a second. Okay, I found another place to read these. Between 4, 5, and 6 is the actual ones, the definition of the Confederation. In 4, 5, and 6, it says, remember the Sabbath day. Honor thy father and thy mother, thou shalt not kill. Okay, those are the 3. The other ones are 2, 5, and 8. That's your crossing, okay? That's your crossing. 2 blacks and 1 red, 2 blacks and 1 red. We're going to work off 2, 4, 6, 8 in black. It'll say on 2, 5, and 8, thou shalt not make unto any other graven image. 5 says, honor the father and thy mother, and 8 says, thou shalt not steal. This is the way I would associate. Now we have to understand associates on the clock. 45 degrees, 90 minutes from the left of 12, and into the number 6 over here. Imagine this is a clock. This would be 1, this would be the 6 area. We create the Jesus, 1 and 6, and it's changed over to 4 and 7. 4 and 7 from 1 and 6. First it said, thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Thou shalt not kill. We have changed it to remember the Sabbath and holy, and thou shalt not kill. That's, excuse me, and thou shalt not commit adultery. So in order to actually finalize these 10 commandments, we have to sit together and discuss what they all mean, because I don't know, hide no hair of what I want to say. So we're going to do something a little bit different. What we're going to do now is we're going to take commandment number 1, 4, and 7. Then we're going to put 2, 5, and 8, 3, 6, and 9, and the average passage for each one of these. The average passage for 1 and 7 is 4. Passage for 2 and 8 is 5. Passage for 9 and 3 is 6. 4, 5, and 6 is the same thing. Okay, but the passage for the reality is between 8 and 6 is the interference between 9 and 5. So in order to get 8 and 6 to 5 and 9, we must pass the 7th gate. 7, 5, 4, 8, and between that is 6. So in order to get these done, I must pass through the passage in between here. And number 6 says, thou shalt not kill. So if thou shalt not kill, then we have to go between 5 and 7 and say, honor thy father and thy mother, thou shalt not commit adultery, and 4 and 8, which is Pluto, remember the holy day, and thou shalt not steal. So what are we stealing? What are we doing? Is it a steelhead? Is it a salmon? Is it a dart? Because they have steel darts. Are you following my drift? When we want to bring 6 into the 4 world, we have to minus 2 from it. So what are we minusing from 6th and 4th commandment? Thou shalt not make unto thee any other gravings or image. So we must omit it. Because I take 6 and 4, thou shalt remember the Sabbath day, thou shalt not kill, and we have to take this in order to bring it to this to the 10 world, 6 and 4, okay, commandment, 6 and 4, okay, 4 to the 10 world gets 6. 6 to the 10 worlds get 4 to the 7th gate. 4 needs to add number 3 to get to the 7th gate. Remember the holy day, and thou shalt not take the name of Lord in vain. We get to the 7th gate. 5 gets 2 to the 7th gate to create 7. So 5, honor thy father and thy mother. And you need 2 to create the 7. So you need thou shalt not make unto any image engravings. You need that to get to the 7th gate. To get to the 7th gate and creation of the light, 1 and 6, which are completely opposite of each other, 1 and 6. Okay, although they're opposite on the 2nd level, they are the furthest apart on average, because if you go down to here, it is actually closer than this one. Although it's further away, it's closer because of the angle, the break in the angle. Okay, so anyways, in order to go 1 into 6 over here, 1 down into 6, okay, on the cube, they're the opposite, 1 and 6 on the cube. So when we do 1 and 6 on the cube, it says 1, thou shalt not have no other gods before me, okay, and 6 says thou shalt not kill, and you get to the 7th gate of light with those 2. The other ones, 5 and 2, because they replicate each other, it's saying it twice. Thou shalt not make any other engraving image. Thou shalt not make... It's like 2 people are telling them that. First, God tells them that, and then somebody bosses them around and tells them the same thing. If you want to bring 8 to the 10th gate, or to 1, back to the spirit, 8 to the 10th gate, 8 must get, thou shalt not make any other engravings, and thou shalt not steal, and to get to the 10th world, which is back to the first world, thou shalt now have no other gods before me. But 2 and 8 are different than 1 and 9, because 1 and 9 is in the red world, it is on the cross, and 2 and 8 is the square world, running by the moons. So if you think everything has been stolen in our minds, and we're being run by the moons, we go with the square world, or we go with the diamond world. These are the differences. Look at the different size we needed to create this. From space to no space, Raphael, the 10 Commandments, and all the above. Thank you for watching. No shirt? No shirt? No shirt at all. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I put together the thumb, the pointer, the middle finger, and all the fingers. I showed you R for right and L for left. I did not explain palms up, 1 palm up, 1 palm down. 2 palms over each other, putting the fingers together this way, palms in between. Understand how this has to work, right? Now, if it was a gear, we can never go more than these fingers here. This way and this way, this way and this way. Opening to closing, opening to closing. No matter what, you have to hold on to the end of these strings. There are machines that work exactly this way. So this is, now what we're going to do is, we're going to explain. When we get the palm, okay, the palm is 0, because it's 0, 5, because it owns all 5, okay? We have the transformation right over here. These are your gates, right? You can hold it up right here. See how perfect it fits? I have just the perfect thumbs. In fact, I have hands that are very different. I only have 1 crease when you bend them over. Then what we're going to do at the same time, I'm going to be showing you another video now just with pictures, or I'm going to try to talk about it. It'll be the 10 Commandments. When you take commandment number 1, and there's a whole page that's written on this, it'll be on my blog on Google, and it'll be inside the video. But when you take commandment number 1, and you want to make it artificial intelligence, you want to bring it to the other side, you will match it with 9. When you want to bring 9 over to 1, you will now minus the 8. The 8 is the heaven. When you want to bring commandment number 1 over to the 7th gate, you will add the 6. When you want to bring commandment number 2 over to the 7th gate, you will add the 5. But you will also understand that the 5 also has 1 minus. When you minus 1 from the 5, you get 4. You get the center of that gateway passage. So when you're calculating these numbers, you have to understand that they're not alone. So when we go to the 7th gate, 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3, 4, at the same time, these same numbers are being retracted. When we go to the 7th gate with 1 and 6, okay, 6, okay, and 4 become the east, west, and the star. 6 and 7 become the gateway 4. So we have to understand how we get to these. So we're going to be doing the same thing with the Mercury. And let me make this video smaller. Let me go over the piece that I have marked. Wow. Wow. At what point did I pause this video? Because I have done 10 minutes of work in this video and it was on pause. So I'm going to start from somewhere else. I'm going to back it up and look.